In this video, we'll be demonstrating Nubeva's Auto Log4j Hotpatcher that accompanies our ransomware reversal software release. This utility leverages the Hotpatch from the Amazon Corretto team. It addresses the CVE 2001-44228 and 45046 remote code execution vulnerabilities in Log4j without restarting the Java processes. This utility makes finding and patching these vulnerabilities trivial and ensures any new applications launched are also hot-patched. Here we have a standard Windows Server 2022 data center version. In the top left PowerShell terminal, we have a special Java application running that is vulnerable to the RCE. In the bottom PowerShell window, I'm running ngrok to simplify our testing. Finally, on the right-hand side, we've got an event viewer. We'll come back to that. Now let's test the exposed ngrok URL using the Trend Micro Log4j tester. If we wait just a few seconds, you'll see that we are notified of the vulnerability by the tester. If we look back at the Windows Server, you'll see some interesting results. And in the upper terminal, you can see that the Java application errors out and is shown as vulnerable in the logs. Now let's install the Nubeva software, have it hot patch the Java application, and see what happens. All we have to do is double-click on the software and click through to install. You can also silently install the software if you wish, or use any automation. After installation, you will need to wait up to a minute for all the Java applications to be scanned and hot patched. Now, if we refresh the event viewer, you'll see the results. As you can see here, the Nubeva sensor identified the application and patched it. What happens if we test now? Let's go back to the Trend Micro site and test it again. Let's send the request and see what happens in the logs. So we've sent the request from the tester, and now let's examine the logs on this machine itself. No vulnerabilities. Let's go back to our server. In the Java application logs in the upper terminal, you will see that the requests were accepted and the hot patch bypassed the vulnerability. This also works if you launch a new Java application. Now, I'm simply going to close the Java application and then launch it again. It seems to come up normally. And let's go ahead and check the event viewer and let's see what's happened. When we check the event viewer and refresh and grab all the latest events, you'll see that in the very first event, we've identified the application and the Nubeva sensor has automatically patched the vulnerability. Now, let's go back to the Trend Micro Log4j tester and try it again. No vulnerabilities detected. Let's go check the Java application logs. The hot patch works even for applications that were launched after the sensor was initially installed. And that's it. Not only does the Nubeva sensor provide the ability to reverse ransomware, it can also easily identify all Java applications and deliver the Log4j hot patch to those vulnerable systems.